World Series continues from Busch Stadium in St. Louis with a pivotal Game 5 between the Red Sox and the Cardinals. Hall of Famer Ozzie Smith on hand to throw out the ceremonial first pitch, and the starters on Monday locking up for the second time in the series. In a rematch from Game 1, Jon Lester squares off against Adam Wainwright with the series lead on the line. David Ortiz entering Monday hitting .727 for the series, and at the top of the first, he steps up with a man on against Wainwright.
Swinging a ground ball fair down the first base line. That's going to keep bouncing up against the sidewall. Here comes Petey. He's in to score. Ortiz is into second base with a stand-up double. What a series David Ortiz is having. And the Red Sox lead it 1-0.
WEEI provides the call as Big Papi reaches base for his 8th straight World Series plate appearance. Wainwright then settles down. He'll strike out Johnny Gomes and Daniel Nava back-to-back to end the first. Wainwright strikes out the side. Top two, more of the same as Xander Bogaerts, Stephen Drew, and David Ross all go down swinging. Wainwright strikes out the side again, and he joins Orlando Hernandez as the only two pitchers in World Series history to strike out 6 across the first 2 innings of a game. Jon Lester matching zeros with Wainwright early on. Bottom 3, the Cardinals have a leadoff base runner aboard for Pete Kozma. Kozma lays down the bunt, and Lester pounces off the mound and then flips an underhand to Ortiz at first for the first out of the frame. Nice play by Lester. 2 batters later, the Cards have 1 on and 2 down for Matt Carpenter, and Lester will strike Carpenter out looking. Matt Carpenter not happy with the called third strike from home plate umpire Bill Miller. Top 4, more from Big Papi. He'll lead off the frame with a line drive single into right field. That ties a World Series record as Ortiz reaches base for his 9th straight World Series plate appearance. Joe Gordon and Billy Hatcher share that mark, but the Red Sox would not score in the frame. Bottom 4, the Redbirds finally break through against Lester as Matt Holliday drills one deep to center field for a solo home run. That ties the game at 1, and Jon Lester allows a run for the first time in his World Series career. The next batter up is Carlos Beltran, and he'll give it a ride deep to left center field, but Johnny Gomes tracks it down with a nice running grab for out number 2. After that, Yadier Molina steps up. He lines one to shortstop, and Stephen Drew goes skyward to make the snare. That ends the frame, and the Cardinals settle for 1. Top 6, the game is still tied. Ortiz is at the plate again. He'll line one deep to center field, but Shane Robinson will make the catch for the second out, and finally, Ortiz is retired after reaching base in 9 straight trips to the plate. Top 7, the game is still knotted at 1. With 1 on and 1 down, Wainwright issues a base on balls to Stephen Drew, and that makes it 2 on and 1 down for Boston and sets things up for the backstop, David Ross. Here's WEEI once again.
Lines one down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Hitting on the track, rolling into the corner. Bogaerts scores, and a fan touches it. And it's a 2-bagger, but 1 run scores. Drew has to go back to third. That's a tough break.
But Ross's first career World Series RBI gives the Sox a 2-1 lead. And 2 batters later with 2 down, Jacoby Ellsbury loops a single into center field. Stephen Drew scores. David Ross, though, is thrown out behind him as Shane Robinson guns him down at the plate. The Red Sox, though, take a 3-1 lead, and Wainwright is done after 7. In the bottom half of the frame, Jon Lester forced to retrieve a paper airplane that lands on the grass near the pitching mound, but the left-hander would be unfazed with 2 outs in the frame. He'll get Yadier Molina to line out to the right side. Dustin Pedroia puts it away. The Cards go 1-2-3 in the 7th. Top 8, more from Ortiz. He'll hit one hard to the right side off Carlos Martinez, and Big Papi will leg out his 3rd base hit of the game. Back-to-back 3-hit outings in this Fall Classic from Ortiz, but the Red Sox don't score in the inning. Bottom 8, the Cards have 1 on and 1 out for Kozma. He'll fly one into left field. Johnny Gomes puts it away for out number 2. John Farrell makes a double switch. He sends Mike Napoli to first base to take over for Ortiz, and he brings in Koji Uehara, the dominant closer for the Red Sox, to take over on the mound. And that's the end of the line for Lester on Monday. 7 2/3, no walks and 7 strikeouts. And Uehara continues to do what he does best. He strikes out pinch hitter Matt Adams to end the 8th inning. Bottom 9, the Red Sox are 1 out away from victory, and the last hope for St. Louis is Matt Holliday. Here's WEEI one more time.
Swinging a liner to right at Nava, backing up a bit. Daniel makes the catch. The Red Sox win it. 3-1 the final, and the Red Sox are coming home to Boston with a 3-2 lead in the World Series.
Uehara retires all 4 batters he faces on Monday, and he ties a single postseason record with his 7th save this October. Jon Lester improves to 4-1 with a 1.56 ERA in this postseason, and he beats Adam Wainwright for the 2nd time in the World Series. David Ortiz is hitting .733 in the Fall Classic. And for more on Game 5, here's Tim McMaster and Jeff Nelson from Busch Stadium.
John Lester improves to 3-0 in 3 career World Series starts in Game 5 of the 2013 World Series, maybe the best of them.
Well, absolutely, and he picked up right where he left off from Game 1, and actually the weather was a little bit better here in St. Louis than it was in Game 1 in Boston. Another outstanding cutter, outstanding fastball. He mixed it up on both sides of the plate, throwing about 94, 95 miles an hour. And that backdoor cutter to righties, they give up on it. They think it's going to be a ball. Next thing you know, it comes across the middle of the plate. The only mistake he made was a hanging cutter. It was supposed to be inside to Halladay, and he hits it for a home run. Other than that, he was outstanding tonight.
He also picked up the bullpen, and they needed that. He gets it all the way to Uehara, who works the 4-out save.
Well, absolutely, because you lose DeBron. He's thrown 2 days in a row. And Breslow, you're not going to pitch him. He's been struggling here in the World Series. He really picked up that bullpen because it was up to the righties to get out to lefties. Look at Uehara in the 8th inning, striking out Adams to end that inning and then going into the 9th and getting the save. So absolutely a great job by Lester, not only on the mound, but picking up the bullpen and doing exactly what the Red Sox needed, going to Boston up 3-2.
Yeah, they head home, and they'll have 2 games at home. They need 1 to win their 3rd World Series in the past 10 years. For Jeff Nelson, I'm Tim McMaster for MLB.com.